So, good afternoon, everyone. Now, the championship game is about to start. This is it. This is the last game of the event, last game of the tournament. 5 days coming to an end, and this is the first delivery is about to be bowled. And I'll have Abhay Anaswamy from Cricket Club, he also plays for Niagara, joining me shortly. But the first delivery is about to be bowled, and from the pavilion end, Sachin is facing it. In comes the very first ball of the championship game. Appeal
So
for an LB, denied.
it's a very confident appeal. First ball of the game. I'm
So,
Rupert Albert, joining Tan in the commentary booth also. Tan is the president of Niagara, so we can expect him to be a little nervous as his club is in the final. We have Dylan Hallinger, who's Canadian national player, is the bowler. The batsman is Sachin. First ball wrapped in the pads. LBW decision denied. Dylan again in for his second
Dylan,
delivery.
yeah, from the pavilion end, second delivery. Plays towards the point, no run. Well fielded.
Sedate start so far, as York is a bit of a powerhouse. We were saying there's a consensus around here that Niagara is the underdog in this game. It's not too often that Niagara is considered the underdog, but but with York bringing a powerful team to the Niagara region, this time Niagara is considered the underdog. Dylan in to Sachin, flicks down the leg side. Umpire signals wide.
So first one of the championship game, going on the leg side, signal wide, one for no loss. Dylan, a very powerful bowler, have wide variety of pace and wide variety of ins and outs, in swings, out swings. In comes from the pavilion end. Sachin to face. Plays it down to the third. Abrash Khan, I believe, is the fielder. Yeah, Abrash Khan fielded very well. So far, no runs scored from the bat, simply because the bowling line and length is very tidy. The channel is good. Experience is shown. And
The experience is showing Tan, but the batsman is also very cautious. When you're playing
yes,
T20 cricket and you don't want to be overly cautious, you do have to take some risk in this
of
form of the
course.
game.
Yeah. Hit towards the third man, well fielded. They go for single. Yes, Rupert, the nerves with the Niagara Leafs are a little bit tense because they lost some early wickets in the first game, and none of the batsmen really stood there and scored. So at the end, tail end is adding some runs, and they was a low scoring game, like very low scoring game, lowest score probably in this entire event that we have witnessed from Niagara Leeds. So they want to change that in this game, and hopefully they will. Because anything under 170, 175 against York,
Tan, you do have to put runs on the board. You can't change it by poking around.
exactly,
It's a quick outfield. It should be a high scoring ground, but you have to put bat on ball. And so far,
absolutely.
this over is it's all York. The batsman hasn't shown a lot of aggression towards the bowler, so he hasn't taken the fight to the bowler. So it's we need some positive stroke play here
Yes,
from
they have
Niagara.
to they have to take advantage of the power play, and Pragash is good at that. And let's see what he does. So
Right away, Pragash charged the bowler and slashes away through the covers for four. Beautiful stroke from Pragash.
that'll give
Four
him a little bit of a
runs.
confidence. Hitting a national bowler, a bowler who's very aggressive, known for his skills. It's not easy to put him away. And
Pragash is the kind of batsman that is well suited for this game. He knows that he gives you a chance, but he takes his chance to score runs, and that's the form of this game. He bats in that mode. He's an exciting batsman to watch. It's the kind of player that is tailor made for T20 cricket.
on the other side, Sachin, he's really technically sound batsman. He rotates a strike, takes singles, doubles, and and he's just that not a big hitter, but he can turn it on if it needed. But very, really busy player, like a busy batsman, stroke player, doesn't waste much time, finds the gaps, plays groundies. On the other hand, Pragash takes advantage of the power play, and he likes to hit up in the air over the heads of all the players who are in the 30 yards. The only two players outside the circle for the first 6 overs. That's the batting power play.
It's it's a pack offside feel. Cuts to covers, no run, straight to the fielder at point. Sorry, no run.
So Akif Tour is from the DMZ paintball end. They have plenty of choices that York has. They have Dylan, of course, Tour. They have Nikhil Datta, Rehan Pathan, even Abraj Khan. So they have plenty of choices. The team composed of very good bowling attack. Oh, and a half a chance, and they go for single. Almost carried to the bowler.
So far, it seems that Sachin is holding the end and giving Pragash the chance to go after the bowling. Pragash, the more aggressive
Actually, we
of
were
the two.
mistaken. We corrected now. It's Muhammad Omer. He bowled well in the first semi-final. So Muhammad Omer continues. He's a good spinner of the ball to Pragash. Oh, Pragi out. Caught on the covers in the 30 yard. Could not clear 30-yard boundary, 30-yard circle. He tried to go over the head, but good catch. So
So
Niagara lose
it's
the.
a bit of a miscue. As I say, he does take his chances. He didn't connect, and unfortunately, he perished. I don't fault Praggy for his approach in this type of games. You only have 20 overs to bat. Niagara has a long batting lineup. You don't want to put yourself in a hole by batting too slow at the start.
Now I think Aditya is one down batsman is coming in. Aditya is a good friend of Sachin. They have played together in India when they were juniors. Sachin, um, playing most of his cricket in Dallas, is now in Canada. On the other hand, Aditya has been here in Canada for almost 3 years. Plays multiple leagues in Toronto. Plays for TND, Toronto District Cricket Association (TDCA) and Scarborough. So he's well known here, Aditya, and he's perhaps looking for a spot in the national squad if he continues to make good strides in his cricket as a batsman and perhaps as an all-rounder because he also bowls orthodox spin. So Aditya is on the crease. He's the leading run getter in this entire event in the preliminary rounds. This is the playoff time, so he's the highest scorer in the tournament. So he's on this as and if you remember, he's the one also with the winning six in the super over in the previous game, the semi-final. So he's back on the crease. He has his work cut out. In the previous game, the Knight Riders had him out a little bit cheaply because he tried to do what they call a skew, a cheeky shot, and he got caught. So actually got bowled in the first game.
The batsman is just adjusting, getting his equipment on. Niagara off to a slow start here. Already lost the wicket of Pragash. Need to get the score going.
Aditya is in. Umar is bowling him. No, no, the two was could have been risky proposition, and there was a run out. Sarang and Aditya Sarang was run out on a similar call, so they should take less of a risk in this game.
Sachin to face, delivers, and Sachin goes big, well hit over the bowler's head. Should clear the fence. Should be safe here. No, sorry, just dropped right just inside the fence. Went back for the second run. He's hitting against the wind. Ball hung up in the air and dropped within the field. Sashin pacing, and he sweeps. A loud LBW appeal. Looks good, and he is given. That ball kept low, and he went for the pull shot. Ball kept low, and it was hit right in front. Unfortunately for the batsman, we do not
So
have
Niagara
replay
lost the
here.
second wicket. Sachin is out. A good wicket to get. He's a very tidy batsman, technically sound, but tried to do a pull shot. The ball stayed low and hit him right in front of the stumps. Umpire probably have the better view than we have at the pavilion, and he was given out LBW.
Tan, that ball looked like it hit him in the family business, but he was crouching at the time. So I think his family business was in the middle of the wicket where it had no business being.
That's right, Rupert. I don't personally interfere with anybody's family business, anyways. So perhaps I was just looking at where the ball was pitched and where the ball was hitting, and I think he was out.
He was leg before wicket, Tan. I'm not sure which leg it was. Umpire judged him leg before wicket. And as I say, the batsman has no chance of a referral here.
So
Niagara
Muzammil is
is
in.
2 wickets
Muzammil
down.
Ali is in. He played under 19 for Canada, a youngster, um, and he's playing with experienced player of Aditya. So they both should have. They like to maintain, establish a partnership of 40, 50 runs, but losing wickets puts a dent on the whole thing. So last match they had a low-scoring game, and they like to change that in this match. It will depend on this partnership and the few other batsmen to come right after this.
Dylan back on the bowling. It's coming from a long run up into Aditya. Delivered short ball, tucked off his hip. Little uppish. Went through for a single. So far, Dylan has kept the batsman under pressure this bowling. They haven't hit him solidly at all. He's in a second over now. What's the new batsman named 10?
Muzammil, he's played under 19 for Canada.
Muzamel.
I think about 20 years old, maybe 21 now.
Muzamel to face Dylan. Dylan in delivers. Pitched up, driven to mid off for a single. So far, they're treating Dylan with a lot of respect. It's you don't want to give him too much respect because he has quarter of the overs that he can pretty well bowl in this game. So you don't want to give him too much respect because you do have to score off all the bowlers here.
Yes, indeed, Rupert, because they have a great bowling lineup. So there's not no such thing as a fifth bowler in this particular side of York. They're all very good, strong bowlers. A single, perhaps a risky single, but well taken. Good running between the wickets from the two batsmen, Muzammil and Aditya.
So far, Niagara is content to just take a singular ball. They're doing what they need to do. They're not taking too many risks because losing 2 wickets, you can't take too much chances. I guess it's a consolidation. You will look to see them consolidate for the next 2 to 3 overs before giving it a shot at going after the bowling again. We do have some hard hitters like Mogis and Sarang still in the dugout. So they do have players who can clear the fence. Dylan in, inside edge to backward square.
Oh, there was a miscommunication. However, they end up taking that run. It was a call from Aditya, so Muzammil hesitant a bit.
Dylan seems to be hustling the batsman, or they're not adjusting to his pace. He has a little bit of zip to his bowling, and the batsman doesn't seem to has gotten used to his pace yet. They seem to be playing him at the last
Dylan,
minute.
very attacking bowler.
Dylan into the short ball, and he cuts it away. Should
And
go to the
this
fence.
might reach all the
Beats
way
the
to the
bowler, and
and
he just
they
crossed the
crossed the boundary.
fence. 4 runs.
Even though it was blocked away by one of the fielders, but it's just that, and I think it may have hurt his finger. Uh, a hard hit cut shot went all the way for four. A welcome boundary for Niagara. Wouldn't you say so, Rupert?
I think that's yes, it is a welcome boundary. They haven't shown a lot of aggression towards Dylan as the bowler. That ball did sit up, and he took care of it nicely. Even though the fielder did put his hand to it, he hit it with enough power to still go to the fence. Adidov looking very composed in his batting so far this tournament. It's You can tell that if he spends time in the wicket, his strike rate will quickly increase.
Or
Niagara is
he's using the hand sanitizer on the ball or on the hands now because due to COVID-19 restrictions, you cannot use sweat or saliva onto the ball. So umpire gave the hand sanitizer to one of the fielders just to follow the cricket guidelines under these conditions. COVID-19 is very much still a threat, even though Niagara has very rare cases, but still everybody has to follow the guidelines. All cricketers.
Oh, nice shot off the hip there. That one's so short again. He pulls it away backward of square, picks up a single, looking for the second one. His partner says no. Aditya starting to show some positive stroke play. When the ball is short, he is going after it. 10, you had mentioned that Aditya had played some first class cricket, or is that right?
Yes, he has. He plays a Ranji Trophy in India and also Tamil Nadu League, right? Hey, I think Tamil Nadu League. Premier League, yeah, Premier League, which is a state Premier League, is it not? Yeah, state Premier League. And he's a very aggressive batsman, and he's been in Canada for 3 years, played T&D, plays for Centurions, and also plays Scarborough League, scoring a lot of runs in that corridor. And now that he's a permanent resident of Canada, he'll be looking to sort of try out for the Canadian side. Now
Overthrow here was
समथिंग
a
कह रहे वी
powerful
एम
run
ट्वेंटी वन
out
है
at
नाम
the
तो सुना
end.
ही होगा
Two
वैसे मैं
players trying
सिंगल
to
टिप
back up the
फीडर के
ball,
साथ ना आ जाओ
and it
बचाने
still
वालों
managed to go
काफी
past
धूम
them to give up the single.
और ये देखो सिर्फ एक टेक लिया और मतलब आउटपुट्स की दुकान लग गई भाई साहब
I can't see the scoreboard from my vantage point. Tan, can you give us a score check, please?
yes, Rupert is 19 for 2 after it says 20 for 2 after 3.1. So 3 overs are done. This is his first ball, so it's 20. In the power play, throughout this tournament, teams like to maintain above 8, 9, perhaps even 10 runs per over average. So 6 overs, 50 runs is nice target to make use of the power play. But a couple of wickets fell, so that's why they're a little bit on the 10th side. Oh,
Tan, the weather this weekend has been a mixed bag. It starts off bright and sunny, but by the time the evening comes, seems that the rain has threatened every single day of the weekend so far.
yes.
Don't want to put spoilers on the final, but the clouds are starting to roll in again.
Apparently, after 7 o'clock, it might start. Puts it towards.
This game should be done before that time, so we should have
They
no
started
issue.
a bit late because of the first game. I think they started at 4:15, so it might be quarter past 7. Then we also have ceremonies for the winning and the finalist teams, the prize money distributions. So we're hoping that rain could hold back till 8, perhaps even. Oh,
Oh no, hitting straight to the fielder, and Niagara has lost another wicket. He drove it firmly to the cover fielder, who took a very good catch. This is Ravindu. He took a catch to his right. Brings Sarang to the crease. Niagara
Niagara
once
lost their
again.
key wickets and they're back onto the a not so good start here in the championship game because this team from York would not drop any catches. They're well trained. They train hard. Some of them play for Canada, so they are every opportunity they get, they'll fully make use of it. The catch was on the covers, well taken. That puts Aditya back into the pavilion. Sarang Hegre is on the crease.
Sarang is one of Niagara's most solid batsmen. He does know how to hit the ball, but takes his time and makes sure he sets. So can he bring Niagara back into this game? Bowler delivers full toss and looking for the no ball here. Should be umpire is not interested. Might have been just under the waist height. The boys from Niagara in the commentary booth has gone pretty silent.
Well left. Yes, they have some. They have to do some reconstruction of this inning. Some work to be done here by both of these batsmen. One of them is experienced batsman Sarang Hegre, and Muzammil also played under 19 for Canada junior, and now he's he's also getting experience playing these national players. So good opportunity.
10. This tournament is a little sedate from previous years. I think it's due to the restriction from COVID. There's not a crowd here as usual. It's I see the field is well set up, has nice shelter in place, but we're lacking the crowd because of the restriction on spectators.
Yes, we have posted everywhere, and we're not publicizing it too much locally here in Niagara, just to keep the spectators out of the fields and out of the ground. Oh,
Oh, he
that's
pops
another
this
upper.
up. He pops this up, and he's out. He's out.
So Niagara loses their fourth wicket.
Miscued. As I say, they don't seem to be handling the pace of the bowling. That one, he tried to pull and hit it straight up in the air. Just the ball was on him faster than he expected. They need to consolidate here, but somehow just a steady procession back to the pavilion. We have some worried look on the face of a bear sitting in the commentary booth here
Yeah,
next to HDCR President Mr. Ranjit Chaudhry. This is the quietest I've ever heard of Abe. Actually, I haven't heard a word in the last little while from a bear. I think it's all nerve. He is smiling nervously here now because I'm mentioning his name. But the tension is in the air. It's York is all over Niagara at the NCC.
yeah. Haseeb is in now. Another aggressive player, but uh, experienced. So that another two experienced batsmen on the crease. Niagara needs a partnership here badly.
And if Steve was here, Steve will call it a non-shot. You will see the batsman play the non-shot.
He tried to pull it and got the outside edge of the bat. So a pull
Right.
shot would have gone to the boundary, then it would have been a shot.
Right.
Otherwise, a non-shot.
It was a non-shot. They're not catching up to the pace. Sarang here. It's another short ball, and I think it struck him. I think it struck him, but he appears to be okay. Struck him on the helmet. Once again, the pace seems to be to the undoing. They're not catching up on the pace yet, then.
Yes, this is a third over of uh, of Dylan, and he's really using his pace to put the batsman really on the back foot. And I think it's hurt. I hit him on his hand, so he's
Batsman seems to be okay. Dylan into Sarang. Delivers short ball again, and Sarang goes for the pull shot. Miss. That one was above the shoulders. Umpire signal one for the over. Dylan must be feeling very confident because the batsman hasn't been able to handle his bowling. That ball looked like it was way above the shoulder range, but I think he got away with that one. The
mhm.
umpire was generous and just signaled the one for the over, but I think that should have been
Yeah,
called a wide.
called a wide. Yeah, but that's fine. It, he tried to swing the bat at it, and he could have probably played it, but that's
And he pitches it up and he glances off his leg to mid wicket, no runs.
Yes, Sarang has to bring his nerves in control here. He's facing the pace of Dylan, one of the best cricketer and bowler in the country. So good opportunity for him to face him.
Sarang actually looks very calm in the wicket, so hopefully he can extend that calm for Niagara's sake to a long inning. Dylan in down the leg side strays, and it's a wide ball. Wide signal by the umpire. Dylan's over so far hasn't gone for a lot of runs. He has reasons to be optimistic because the batsman hasn't shown a lot of competence against his bowling. Dylan into Sarang bowls. Pitched up right over his head. Beautiful shot by Sarang. Should go away for four. Right over the bowler's head to the boundary. 4 runs.
4 runs.
This is the first positive shot against Dylan's bowling. Sarang put the foot forward and just went right back over the bowler's head. Abir is feeling a little more composed to take the mic now. We have Abir Answami on the mic. Join us in the commentary booth. He's been here but was too nervous to speak. Now we'll have him say a few words.
Thanks, Rupert. Niagara, 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 Hamilton, Hamilton, Hamilton. It's good to be back in the commentary booth, and I think the commentator's curse just rang through the air. Sarang hitting him back for a boundary straight above the bowler's head, and following up with a really confident pull shot to the square leg, deep square leg region, getting a single. That was a good sound off the bat. And but York CC has placed some really good fielding. Single down to square leg. Score moves on to 27 for 4. The end of the fifth over.
Sarang has looked positive. He doesn't seem flustered. He's the first batsman out here today that seems to be taking on the fast bowler.
Yeah, I agree, Rupert. Sarang is the kind of player he represents Niagara Elites. He was the second top batsman in the 2018 season. Had a lean 2019 season, but he is back in form for this year. And I think he just took it.
Beautiful shot, Abir, and that's not well for four. He just cuts it past point for four. Sarang is in a positive frame of mind here, despite Niagara's current situation. He's not scared to play a shot, and he's doing so with skill.
I think a hallmark of a good batsman, Rupert, is also to perform under pressure. I think he just took a few deliveries to get his eye in, but is really coming into his own right now.
A loud appeal for LBW. It looks like it's going on the leg side. The umpire says not out.
From the commentator's booth here, it looked like slightly going on with the arm, Rupert, I think, going down towards the leg side, umpire denying the appeal. It's a good battle between bat and ball here, Rupert.
Yes, it is. Sarang looking very composed. York is confident with a couple of early wickets, but Sarang is here trying to wrestle the initiative back to Niagara's way.
York CC has really blown through the Niagara top order, but Haseeb and Sarang are they're quite experienced batsmen.
And Sharma plays it down to the mid wicket, tried to go deep, didn't connect well, but that's probably a good thing because there was a man waiting in deep here. It trickles down to him for a single.
Score moving on to 32 for 4. The new batsman Haseeb plays primarily in the Brampton and Etobicoke District League for the team called Hurricanes, but he has been representing Niagara from this year. He's on strike. He's a enterprising right-handed batsman that can take the attack to the bowlers once he settles down.
Outside edge, goes through for a single. Stopped by the boot of Dylan there. But the fielder couldn't collect the ball. Stopped it with his boots, but not before the batsman goes through for a single.
It was a quick and confident call by Sarang. The dangers and being the batsmen, and Sarang quickly called Haseeb, and I think they scampered through for a single. Last ball of the power play, 33 for 4.
Abhay, it's good to see that Sarang wants a strike. It's almost like he's ready for the fight. And that's always a good thing to see when a batsman is up for the challenge. Sarang seems to be Niagara's hope here. Sarang settles, still in his stance, forward defensive, no runs.
33.
33, 33, 33.
Niagara is still in a bit of bother here. Has lost early wickets. There's only 33 runs on the board. After how many overs have gone so far,
Power
guys?
play.
6 overs gone. And Niagara only has 33 runs on the board, but they've lost 4 wickets.
Niagara's top order jolted by a brilliant 3 over spell by Mohammad Umair, his left arm orthodox spin, honing onto the stumps and giving the right amount of flight, capturing 3 of Niagara's top order wickets. Along with Dylan, a really smart bouncer or a short pitch delivery getting Muzamil out caught.
Seems like we have a change of bowling here, Abir. I'm not sure who the new bowler is, but look like we're in for some more pace.
Yeah, so the new bowler coming in is Ryan Patan. Ryan Patan is in the national setup of the Canadian national team, and he's a really enterprising and attacking opening bat for the York CC team.
Here we go. New bowler into the attack, delivers short ball and is pulled. It's upish, but it gets over the fielder's head. Should go away for 4. Wasn't a convincing shot, but it was effective. He managed to get it over the fielder's head, but he did not connect cleanly.
I believe the difference in the level of cricket is showing here, Rupert. Uh, the York CC team is peppering Niagara elites with short deliveries, and the batsmen slightly tad bit uncomfortable. But this one takes the top edge and goes towards the fine leg boundary for 4.
So far, the only batsman that seems to be comfortable against this bowling is Sarang, and he's at the crease. But right now, his bowler's in, delivers, pitched up for defensive, calls for a single, sent back by his partner. Good call. Single was not on there.
Haseeb tapping it down below his nose and trying to sneak in a single. Sarang rightly denying it as Ryan Patan hustles to deny the single. You're right, Rupert. It looks like Sarang has become comfortable with the short delivery. He has grown up on the Shivaji Park, the Maidans of Mumbai cricket, and I believe his cricketing background is holding him in good stead.
Bowler delivers. Short again. Played down to point. Ball seemed to have jumped at the last minute into the face of the batsman, who managed to handle it nicely. 4. Just an inquiry about the bowler using sweat, but I think you're permitted to use sweat, not saliva on the ball. The bowler is trying to get some swing in the ball by applying some sweat into it. Bowler's in again. It's a short ball. Hamilton cut the point. Should the fielder stopped it, but not before a single is gone. That one was a little too short. Stood up for the batsman who tucked it away for a single. It seemed that York supporters are having a bit of fun with the bowler, accusing him of leaking a lot of runs. All good natured. Bowler back in. Pitched up beside the stump.
That
Powerfully punched it over point for 4. Beautiful shot here. Beautiful shot here. He just leapt into that shot and punched it away for 4 runs.
This is the enterprising Haseeb that we have all come to know with the Niagara Cricket Club in our practice games and also on display in the BDCL. Haseeb just moves confidently towards the offside. Ryan Patan bowling it short and wide, and Haseeb slashing it for almost a six, but just fall short of the boundary. Niagara.
Haseeb signal his intent here. He's not backing down from the challenge. Forward defensive. Sneaks through for a single. Just turn it towards point. Picks up a single.
Score at 44 for 4 at the end of the seventh over.
I like what I'm seeing from this pair of batsmen. It's taking them a while to get used to the pace, but they're both showing that they're not gonna not challenge the bowlers, and they're doing just that. It's a good sight to see for Niagara's sake.
Like a torn pant, Rupert, we need to take it to repair in the closest tailor. I think Sarang and Haseeb are stitching together a good partnership. They're repairing the jolt received by Niagara for the top order, and looks like it's well on track for a about a 120 target towards the end of Niagara's innings. But it remains to see who the bowlers coming in and the rest of the bowling for York CC.
I like to see the intent the batsmen are showing. They're doing a good job. It will be interesting to see if they survive a few overs at the crease, how they're gonna pick up the rate of scoring here. Um, right now, they are have been in there for a little while now, and they're starting to settle down, and they are playing their shots. We have silence on the from Tan Qureshi on the to my right. That's simply because of nervousness. We know Tan is not just Niagara's owner, but I think he's a number one supporter, obviously, and he's a very passionate man. So when Niagara is on the field and they're struggling, it's hard to get Tan to say a couple of words. There's a dot ball there.
Mohammad Umair coming in to finish off his spell. He bowled the initial 3 overs for 12 runs and 3 wickets.
As they adjust the field, they're bringing a man over to backwards of square, almost a short fine leg position. It's a balance field. Dot ball as he tried to push it to the leg side unsuccessfully. The bowler looked like he moved the guys over here and he pitched the ball just angling from the leg side, like he knew he was going to try to turn the ball from the leg side to the off, and he set the field accordingly. Here he comes, delivers, and it popped up the mid on, but there's no one short. It's only a long on in place. Fell safely for a single.
That was a slightly uppish shot by Haseeb, although he intended to get it to the onside of the bowler. It could have been a catch, but Sarang and Haseeb changed strike for a
Single
single.
to Dylan. Shies at the stumps, overthrows. Look for a second one. No, says the batsman.
Sarang taps and runs to the cover point fielder for a single. Almost an overthrow, but the backup was excellent by York CC, keeping the batsman down to a single.
Tucks it away down fine legs for a single. Just niggle it past the keeper. Picks up a single. Oh, sorry, he came off his legs. Umpire signal leg by.
Sarang and Haseeb moving the score along. Not at probably the T20 pace, Rupert, but they're at least stitching together a partnership, maybe for the lower order batsmen to capitalize.
I bet they're doing exactly what they need to do right now. They're getting some confidence, spending some time in the middle. Their team has lost 4 wickets, so they have to do some consolidation, and they're doing exactly that. The batsmen they're looking a little more confident. You can see the calmness in the pitch. Earlier on, things looked a bit hectic for Niagara. It's like you can literally see the batsman has settled down.
Niagara, even though 4 wickets down, has is maintaining a healthy run rate of 6. Um, Once I think the batsmen are comfortable at the crease, and slowly and surely they should attempt to just move the run rate a bit northward.
Look like we have another new bowler over here. It's look like a spin bowler.
Nikhil, Nikhil Datta.
It's Nikhil, I believe it is. It's left arm over the wickets or right arm around the wicket.
So Nikhil Datta coming into the attack. He's a right arm, you can say mystery spinner or mainly a leg spinner. Primarily bowls from around the wicket.
His driven pass covers, picks up a single.
Also represents the Canadian national team. Is an active player of the playing 11 for Canada. Um, Nikhil Datta.
He adjusts his feel as he sense that Sarang is the more aggressive of the two batsmen. Adjusts the feelers in the deep. He's short. Sarang tucks it away on his hip. Scampers through for a single.
Slight misfield there by the short fine leg fielder from York CC. Batsman Sarang tucks it down to fine leg and they complete a single. Niagara just one short of 50. 49 for 4, 8.3.
The batsmen is going along nicely, picking up their singles and keeping the scoreboard ticking, not taking too many chances. York is showing the due respect, constantly adjusting the field. 2 men on the deep, 3 men on the deep on the leg side. Nickel delivers, driven to cover, no runs. Feeler spread with the end of the power play. Singles on offer on the leg side, but the batsman unable to turn the ball to the leg side of the field here. Delivers, dabs on the pitch, picks up a single. There's no one close to the bat. Field is well spread.
Niagara finishing up the 50. Slowly but surely, Niagara is accumulating the runs to post a probably a 120 to 150, which would probably be a competitive total.
I bet we got 5 men on the boundary here. With Sarang resists the urge to hit big. There's singles on offer. He strokes it to cover, picks up a single easily because there is no one in close. That's what they need to do right now because the field is well set. 5 men on the deep for the batsmen. And they're doing what they need to do, picking up the ones and twos.
Nikhil is bowling an excellent line and length and the flight. The trajectory, it's in a 2020 version, it's ever so tempting to just skip down to the ground and try to loft him for a boundary or a 6. But surely Niagara needs to conserve the wickets, stitch a partnership, and Sarang comfortable with a single there, ending the ninth over at 51 for 4.
Unfortunately for Niagara, they'll have to turn it up. They'll have to turn it up a notch because you can't just keep playing sedately because you have to put a target on the board.
Bowling change here, the captain of York CC and another prominent player in the Canadian national setup, Ravindu Gunasekara, coming into the attack. I hear he has also represented Sri Lanka first class. So quality player. He bowls leg spin, quickish leg spin, and he comes to the attack.
Tucked away to covers, picks up a single. Niagara is taking the time, watching the ball onto the bat, and picking up the singles. Appeal for caught behind, and the batsman
Okay,
walks.
yeah, that's a wicket
Batsman walks.
caught behind. So the captain took the wicket as soon as he came to ball, and Haseeb is gone, caught behind.
Fine edge, and the batsman didn't wait for the decision from the umpire. Started
Mhm.
walking. Haseeb is the outgoing batsman. He did a good job while he was there. He's tried to get Niagara back on the chase. Niagara trying to set a target here. Unfortunately, there are 5 wickets down now. New batsman at the crease. Who's the new batsman? Okay.
Saad Kayani is the new batsman, and he's just joined Sarang Hegre. Saad Kayani is the new batsman in for Niagara to face the captain, who already took out the wicket of Haseeb, caught behind.
They scampered through for a single there as the ball went for a bye. Didn't was not collected cleanly by the keeper.
The score goes to 53,
Short ball and he pulls it deep. There's a man giving chase, couldn't catch up to it.
and it's a four actually. It's a four. So four more.
Four for
Fun.
Niagara was a loose delivery from the bowler there. Dragged it short and the batsman put it away.
The score goes to 57 for five.
Sarang once again showing the aggression for Niagara. Seemed like Sarang is Niagara's hope and taps it to point, picks up a single.
58. Good cricket. Rotate strikes after you hit a boundary, take a single. Go at
York
the other end.
York is keeping their fielder on top of the circles, and the Niagara King the singles on offer, but York is protecting the boundary, protecting the big hits. He's short again and he's pulled away, but there's a man in mid wicket there. Saves a four, keeps it to a single. There was a couple of loose deliveries there. Tan, he seems to be pulling the ball short.
Yes, he did. Even this one, Saad could have put away between the gap. The only two fielders patrolling that the leg boundary, and there was a big gap between the two of them. So it went straight to a fielder, and they took for one run. If that ball was a loose ball that should have been put away. The one previous to that, Sarang put it away for four. So and Niagara goes to 59 for five after 10. Is 59 for five? If they have wickets in hand, last 5 overs, I like to go a little bit um, harder and see if they can still maintain the higher run rate and bring it to maybe 130, 140.
Nichols the ball. The batsman swings and miss.
Yeah.
He's bowling spins at a decent pace on the ball.
Yeah, Nikhil plays for Canada and he's also had a contract with CPL. Okay, beat the batsman again. Very good bowler. So keep keep his variety intact. Nikhil Datta played as a junior for Canada as well. Now play the senior team.
Slashes
Taps
to
it
the
away.
cover, picks up a single. The call is easy. York is keeping things tight, and Niagara is hanging in there, hoping to make a charge at the end.
That's 60 for five. 10.3 overs.
Nickel to Sarang. Delivers, pitched up. Oh, swing and a miss.
Miss, and for a moment I thought he was caught behind a bowl or something because he totally missed that.
The bowler went up in excitement because that passed fairly close to the stumps.
Yes, and I thought he was bold, but no, it misses the stumps.
Sarang probably sensing he needs to pick up the pace a little bit here.
Yes,
Nickel to Sarang outside the off stump and he
okay,
slashed it to mid off.
and goes for single.
Sarang didn't quite get a hold of that, but you can see that his intention is clear. He's ready to start hitting the ball. Nickel in, delivers, pitched up outside the off
That's a
stump. No
wide.
shot offers, wide single by the umpire.
And the score moved up to 62 for 5. Last delivery coming up from Nikhil Datta.
Delivers outside the off again. No shot offered again. This time it's a legal delivery. End of the over.
62 after 11. So they're maintaining just under 6 runs per over average. They really need to speed this up and bring it to 8 run per average if they can in the
Actually,
next
Tan, the scoring rate is not bad. Is the most concerning is the loss of wicket here.
last of wickets. There's still plenty of batting. They have 9 overs at 9 overs in 9 overs in the bank, and if they can bring this run rate up to 8 somehow, that will take them to over 150, 160 in that neighborhood, which
So
will
with
be
9 overs in the bank, 10, they need to score about 90 runs to give York a challenge. You think they
to
can
your
do 90
challenge.
runs in 9 overs?
Well, probably not, but it's T20, so anything can happen. Any batsman can take control, and then fellow like Aditya, who got out early, could probably score that many runs with his partner. A partnership of he'd done it already in this. Okay, there you go. So they
Call
might
for catch it, but it's along the ground
it's along the
to mid
ground.
wicket. No chance of a catch there. And the
Yeah,
bowler is being
they have
optimistic.
there are 5 very strong fielders patrolling the boundary. Strong fielders. They're not letting anything go through. So Niagara needs to score at least a boundary per over from now on, from this point onwards.
10, I would say they need to score 10 runs in order to put up a
Yeah,
challenge
yeah.
here. Short ball and he pulls, but it stays short. LBW call, appeal. Umpire
Umpire,
says not out.
it's a little bit high. Is the height is an issue. Umpire signaling is the height issue.
It was a short ball, but it didn't rise that much. 10.
Mhm. Umpire signaling height issue, and it looks like that the appeal denied.
The ball didn't, even though he dropped it short, it didn't rise as high as it should. Batsman was shoot a shot too early.
Oh,
Once
this
again,
is
he's going across the line, bottom edge to the backwards guy, the backward square. They go through for a single. Batsman seemed to be going across the line and lost his composure a bit there. Brings Sarang back on strikes, the most comfortable looking batsman today. He's solid in defense. Sarang looks composed and he's solid in defense there. He's been Niagara's most comfortable looking batsman, and I will say their hopes lies on his shoulders to put up a good total. Into Sarang, and Sarang goes,
oh, he
oh,
got bowled
he's on.
inside edge, inside
He
edge.
inside edge onto the stump.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, the ball seemed to have stayed a bit low and it inside edged it onto the stumps. Niagara loses their sixth wicket. Unfortunately, it's the set batsman. Went for the pull shot, it was on, but it stayed a bit low and he inside edge onto his stumps. It's a little somber at Niagara Cricket Center right now because the home team is in a bit of trouble. The set batsman is walking back to the pavilion. Sarang has done a good job trying to get his team back into the mix of things, but he mistimed that one.
yes, he could have stayed till the end. Another 9 overs, and then there could have been a hope for Niagara putting up a good total. Now they have youngster Ishan, I believe, joining Saad. Saad's experience. Ishan is a junior, so Ishan and Saad will take the partnership, and hopefully they can put some runs on the board. Ishan had played junior also for Gujarat State in India, and the conditions are different here in Canada, so they have to get used to the conditions.
10 Niagara will have a hard time upping the run rate when they're
Yes,
losing wickets.
it'll be a struggle from here on. I can sense that they have just about 8 overs left in the game. So, and York, very experienced team. They play a much higher level. They are surrounding the incoming batsman. They can smell the blood.
He flicks it off his pad, calls for a single, and they get set inside edge onto the pad to the vacant position at backward square. Picks up a single.
65 after 12 overs.
You know, cricket is a funny game, Tan. I can see the 65 runs is already on the board. So even though it's only 65 runs, it's on the board, and Niagara still has a chance to add to that tally. So they're not out of this game.
They bring in Dylan for attack. So he has one more over left. They bring him back for attack.
And wasn't that updated, so that's why. Because I trying to take some pictures.
So now Ishan to face a strong bowling attack of Dylan. Ishan, a 20-year-old from Bach University, played junior to face the attack of. Oh, come on. This was a.
The ball was pitched up, and he drove it straight to the fielder. Tan says, "Come on," because that looked like it would have been a nice ball to go deep with.
With a
But,
catch.
the batsman is new to the crease.
Yeah, there's the crease, and the ball is going to intimidate him with the different varieties. Maybe a short pitch, maybe a slower ball, maybe a fast ball, then a Yorker. So there's too much on the arsenal of Dylan. In comes Dylan to Ishan.
Plays in his mess to the keeper. Dylan has been very economical at his bowling spell today. Not many batsmen has put in a fight to him. Sarang showed some fight, but unfortunately he's back in the pavilion now. Dylan in delivers on the leg side. He flicks it away, picks up a single, looking for two. No, says the supporting batsman.
Look at the throw right on top of the stumps. A great throw. So this is good cricket from York. They're restricting batsmen where normally they're 2 runs. Restricting them to only 1 run.
Tan York has been very sharp in the field.
Yes.
A good field placement, and their players are active in the field and cutting off the doubles. Dylan back to his mark. Delivers. It's pitched up and swings
Oh,
and missed again.
yeah.
Batsman
That was wild.
batsman
Swing.
not looking very composed.
Yeah.
There was a bit of a wild slog there. Not what I'm expecting from a Niagara player, Tan.
I think what Saad is trying to do is trying to up the ante a little bit, and he's going to have to swing his bat now. It cannot be just taking singles. So that was probably the result of the thought process.
Saad to face Dylan. Dylan in. Delivers and Saad just tucks it back to the bowler. Shies at the stumps. Just miss. It would have been close, Tan.
Yes. Because Saad was out of his crease. Dylan was fast to to hit it back on the stump.
I hear some shipping horns. Is that reinforcement you're bringing in, Tan?
Yes, this is there's a canal. Thor is famous for his canal, So we have ships climb here in the locks. So that's the horn from the ship passing by in the canal.
Dylan into Saad, and he swings it to cover his no runs. He seemed to be pulling out of his shot. He's leaning back on his short. He's not getting a lot of power. He's just swinging the bat, not putting a lot of conviction in there. You can start to see some of the impatience from Niagara as the total on the board is not what's desired, and the number of wickets has fallen, has put them in a bit of a bind. I'm pretty sure they would have set a target for around 115 this game. Doesn't look like they'll get close to that.
13 done and they're 66. Normally you're supposed to score that many runs under 10 overs. And I've seen teams scoring 60 in 6 overs with a power play. But this is 13 overs are in progress, 13th over in progress, and Niagara has 66 for 6.
Delivers and plays the cover, found the gap, takes a single.
Yeah, York won't mind singles because they know they have a big hitters and they can chase 120, 130 in no time. So Niagara has to pull some sort of a stunt here. There's 7 overs left in the game.
Forward back to the bowler. I'm getting some reports of rain in the area. So far, we've been very fortunate, nothing here. But the nearby regions are saying it's been pouring rain around the ground, but so far we've been spared. Let's see if we can get a full game in here. It's played back to the bowler again. This time he got past him for a single. Oh, big slog.
Ah,
Didn't connect. It's nervy stuff going on here.
68 for 6. 14th over in progress. 68 for 6.
Dylan into Patel. Delivers. Slower ball. He swings, and it's once again
Ah,
just missing the stumps. Batsman going across the line in his desperation for runs, trying to manufacture runs. But so far, it's a lot of swinging and missing. Niagara trying to put a target on the board for York. Not successful so far, short. Tucks it away in the vacant spot, picks up a single, looking for two, and they do go back for two. Runner chances on. A loud appeal. Loud appeal. Did he get it?
yes, it did. Yes, it did. Direct hit.
Oh, they took their
Direct
chances.
hit. Direct hit.
Direct hit got him out. Oh, what a feel.
Yes.
What fielding here. Great fielding. The batsman took the fielder on, and the fielder got the ball in for a direct hit.
Let's bring
Niagara
the
is
captain in.
trying. Mugis, the hard hitting Mugis, a favorite here in Niagara. Can he pull off some heroics? The home crowds will be hoping. Mohik, Mo,
Movies.
Mugis is always a calm competitor. Walks into the crease. Captain of Niagara. His team is in trouble. I have 10 nervously munching on chips here. I don't know if he's actually tasting it because he looks nervous now that his team is in a bit of a spot.
Rupert, I'm as cool as a cucumber because I didn't expect Niagara to be playing the last championship game, the money game, making it all the way here
10,
So
there's no doubt that Niagara is the underdog. They
and
are
they have put
trying.
that they have beaten some good teams here, made all the way to the finals. Remarkable, totally remarkable. They were supposed to be first or second or third team from the bottom. Now here they are. Looks like maybe first or second team. Even if they finish second, I think they have surpassed my expectations by far.
We have a new bowler 10 is Tor.
It's a teak tour, yeah. 69. A
Niagara
teak
7
tour,
wicket down. Abhay on Swami at the crease
yeah.
facing Tor. Tor delivers. Abhay goes big, miss. That did not look like a convincing swing 10.
It's actually Mugis. It's not a base. Mugis or Sod. There's Sod on the crease.
Is it big turn here? Big turn. Batsman is not even challenging it. Tor into Saad, delivers, chips down, and he's stumped. He is stumped. He is stumped. Took his chances, chipped down the wicket to the bowler, didn't make connection, and he was convincingly stumped. Niagara is going down here.
Let's bring the young Sharma, 16-year-old, to bat with his captain Mugis. Sharma is a great all-rounder. In juniors, he opens the batting, and he's also a great bowler, left-arm great bowler. So he's comes to the crease.
10, it seemed like the spinner just came on. Torres, they haven't touched any of his balls so far. Not a good indication for Niagara as he has his full allotment of overs, and so far they have not handled his bowling. What do you know about Tor?
Not whole lot. I know other spinners like Nikhil Datta and other Arsenal that York has, but don't know much about Akif Tour. Um, but he seemed to be doing exceptionally well here.
Well, Sharma is a leg spinner himself. Let's see how he handles
Yes.
facing leg spin bowler.
Yes.
He should be familiar with the art as he's a leg spinner. He gets set to face Tor. Moon Justin on the field. Tor in. Delivers to Sharma. Tossed up. Outside the off. Should be wide. Umpire signal wide ball. He's enticing the batsman outside the off stump. And so far he's been successful. Sharma, the new batsman at the crease. To face Tor's second delivery to Sharma for Tor. First one a wide. In comes Tor, delivers and attempted a dab down the off to the offside. Not very convincing. Seems like Tor is bowling some mystery balls to the batsman because they can't seem to catch up to him. Tor into Sharma. And Sharma drives, miss, and appeal from Thor, just an excitement as it beats the outside of the bat. Once again, Niagara is not troubling the scores. York showing the excitement on the field as they sense they're about to bowl Niagara down. Thor into Sharma. Toss up, and Sharma dabs it in. Loud appeal. Not out, says the umpire.
Missing leg stump, maybe a little bit high too, actually.
10, I think Sharma looks very nervous at the crease. As you say, he's only 16 years old. A maiden overs at this stage of the game is not what Niagara wants, but it's actually a maiden wicket.
Good bowling here from Tour.
Ricky Dillon is back on the bowling. His two overs have only gone for 6 runs. Mogis, the batsman. Mogis just in. Captain of Niagara. Dillon to Mogis. Dabs toward points, picks up a single. Brings Sharma on to
5 overs
strike.
left in the game.
5 overs left in the game, and a very nervous Sharma at the crease. Youngster is probably in the biggest game of his life, playing the finals of the Niagara Cricket Festival in Thorold, Ontario. Dylan into Sharma, and Sharma drives it past the bowler, picks up a single. Well done. Niagara will be hoping that the pair of the wicket here can take their score to some respectability. Dylan into Mogies. Mogies goes hard, didn't connect properly. Down to the fielder at long on, brings it in for a single. The sky is clouding over 10. I hope your weather forecast for 7 p.m. rain is accurate because it's only 5:30 and we're looking at dark, dark skies. Tapped it to mid wickets for a single. Niagara couldn't get the pace of this inning up. They lost wicket at regular intervals. Couldn't go beyond 5, 6 runs and over.
Hmm.
Dylan into Mogies. Mogies goes hard, connects. There's Fielder down there. He dives,
And drops it. Oh,
drops
six.
it.
I think he went for six.
4 runs,
Four
signal the
runs.
umpire. Fielder was in full stretch, but couldn't catch up to the ball.
Much needed boundary for Niagara. 78 for 8. 16th over in progress. Last ball, 16 over coming up.
10. The feeling of York has been outstanding.
Yes.
Mogies goes hard again. Missed time. No runs. There's a lot of hustling in the field. That to show I wish we could show you the replay of the full stretch, full dive from the fielder in the deep there trying to take that catch. Excellent effort, but at the end, ball went for 4. So which league does York play in 10?
I think they play Super 9 in Toronto District League.
Oh, okay.
Super 9. And, oh,
Tor has been on top of the Niagara players. And they have not been able to play his bowling. It's almost like it's him and the keeper playing here. Tor in to Sharma, delivers short, and Sharma cuts the covers, goes for a single. Once again, not making proper connection.
now Mugi's like to keep the strike. Mugi's have been watching the ball. So let's see what he does with Tour. He has to attack him.
I predict Mogies is going to be go big or go home. Which one would it be? Is Mogies going to go big or Mogies going to go home?
Hmm.
Tor into Mogies, and Mogies wind up and goes big. Goes
This is not home.
big. There's a man under it, and it's 6 runs. There was a
Yeah.
fielder there, but it was a little too much power.
Yes, you're
Mogies
right.
went
You're
big.
right, Rupert. In baseball, they call it a home run. When you say Mugi's only going for home, did you mean a home run?
I said Mogies goes big or goes home. It's literally this point for Mogies.
Yeah.
He goes big or goes home. You can see
See
the
that
wind up
he
there.
that he has to, yes, he has to hit big shots.
Once again, Thor into Mogies. Mogies is clearing his front leg, and he is taking the bowler on. It's good cricket to watch. Thor into Mogies. Mogies sets up and swings hard. This time it's along the ground to long on. Only
Oh.
for a single to only a single. Mogies trying to put some run on the board for Niagara. He is the captain of Niagara here. Thor into Sharma. And Sharma gets a short ball, plays hard, chance of a catch, and he takes it. He
These
takes
guys
it.
are phenomenal catchers. Phenomenal catch.
It was a pull shot from Sharma, and it was a brilliant catch here. Brilliant catch. Niagara has no chance, no choice but to go for it. And the batsman took his chance and he was caught.
This brings Abhay, the last batsman, onto the crease.
A base known more for his spinning than his batting. Can he keep Mogies company? Mogies is hitting the ball well. He's striking it at 216, but he's about to run out of partners. Has scored 13 in his six balls. He begs to ask why did he come so late in the inning? 10.
Yes, he should have been there a little bit sooner, in my opinion, but he's the captain, so he has to carry it over till the last ball. But looks like that he made another partners, as you said, Rupert.
Tore into Mogies. Mogies winds up, taps it to the sleep region, runs for a quick single. It was a chancy single. Abbey overrun the crease, couldn't come back for the second one. And they call it Shabash Mogies.
Yeah, they're calling for Mukesh to keep the strike so that he doesn't run out of partners. They're asking him to keep the strike in the next 3 overs. And but 87 for nine, very low score. We've already seen a low scoring game earlier on, but things can. This is cricket, so I've seen some miracles in cricket happening all the time. So if Niagara reached the 100, they would like to restrict York for 100. It'll be a
10.
big
I
ask.
somehow I still think Niagara is doing well to the current score because at one point
Hmm.
I thought they were going to be bundled out for less than that.
Right, absolutely. And they're holding on. They're holding on, and they. I mean, the first target will be to play 20 overs
Mogies calls the bowler off.
because I think there's some discussion in the field. So we thought it was a distraction. So he
Dylan the
requested.
bowler, bowling to Mogies, whose current strike rate is 200. Can he survive the 3 overs and get a respectable score here? Dylan to Mogies. Mogies swings, gets it down to mid wicket, looking for a second run.
It's not there.
Not there at all. He's trying to keep Abir off the strike, but he was not successful.
No. Abhay just should just tap it and take a single.
10 is trying to push from the commentary booth. Dylan into Abir. And Abir drives, picks up a single. Did very well
A
to pick
little
up a
bit
single.
upish, did not quite reach the fielder. Otherwise, that could have been another catch in the making. Did not quite reach.
Wasn't a convincing shot, but it did the job. Mogi's back on strike. At the tail end of Niagara's in, and Mogi swings hard. Signal wide by the
Single wide.
umpire.
So that's good. So it's 90. 90. 90 for 9, Niagara.
Niagara trying to at least get to the 100 mark. Getting in triple figures. Mogis, captain of the team, facing Dylan. Here goes Mogis, swings hard, swings for the
Oh,
fence. The
this
call
could
is
be
catch. The call is catch. There's a man under it, and he takes it.
very comfortably.
He takes it. It's the end of Niagara's inning. Mogis tried.
Very low total. 90 for 9.
Captain
All
came
out.
in, tried his best at the end, but it was a matter of too little, too late.
This is a short inning break, and we'll get back to you shortly. It's 90 for 9, 90 for 10, all out, Niagara. And York is about to. York will back in 10 minutes.
We're back here at the Niagara Cricket Center as Niagara Cricket Club try to defend a very modest total against York. Looks like Mogis is the bowler, Ryan Patan the batsman. Bit of a delay as they set up. Mogis into Ryan. Delivers down the leg side and appeal for caught behind. Umpire signal that it hits his pad. Bowler is very disappointed. The batsman holds his ground. Loud appeal for caught behind there. And the umpire signals that it hit his pad. The bowler looked very convinced. Disappointment is understood. Looked like the batsman got away with one there. Mogis into Ryan. Left hand Mogis. And Ryan hits him over the top. 6 runs. Convincing strike of the ball. Threw his bat at it. 6 runs. York has started scoring. Chasing a modest total. First strike for 6. Mogis a bit frustrated. It was a confident appeal for caught behind. Ryan responded by deposited him over covers for 6. Mogis back to his mark. Into Ryan. Delivers. Ryan tucks it away to mid wicket. Picks up a single, looking for a second. Turns his supporting batsman back. Niagara needs wicket because they don't have much of a target to defend. We're the final of the 2020 Niagara Cricket Festival. The host, Niagara Cricket Club, versus York. The batsman has crossed. New batsman is Ravindu Gunasakura, Canadian national player. The bowler is Mogis, captain of Niagara. We're coming to you from Niagara Falls, Ontario. The final of the Niagara Cricket Festival. Mogis in to Gunasakura. Swings and he misses outside the off stump. Big swing, umpire signals wide. It is clear that York intends to make short work of this target. Both batsmen showing intent. 7 runs so far on the board in the first over of the chase. It's not a big target. Niagara only managed 90 runs in their allotment of overs. Didn't battle the 20 overs. They were all out in the 17th over for 90. York chasing 91 to win. Gonna Sakura at the crease. Mogi's in. Delay for unexplained reason. Batsman is set. Here comes Mogis. Delivers. And he's down the leg side and it tucks away for 4. It was a bit of a gift and it was sweetly timed by Ganasakura for 4. Mugi straight down the leg side with the ball sitting up on the hip and just tucked away nicely for 4 runs. At this rate, The game will be over in 10 overs. It's not the type of ball you want to give a class batsman as Gunnar Sakura, experienced Canadian national player. And Mugees just straight on the leg side with a bit of a nutting delivery. 12 runs in this over so far. Mugees delivers a bit of a shout, swinging a miss outside the off stump. Mugees in delivers and is off the middle on his 4 runs again. Pitched up on the leg side and just worked through mid wicket for 4. An expensive start for Mugees. Has no answers to the batsman. Not a risky stroke, just nicely hit over mid wicket for 4. First over of Mugees. Bit on the expensive side. 16 runs in the first over. York well on his way. New bowler is Pragash, former captain of Niagara. Left arm spin. It's bowling to Ryan. Ryan Patan. As we hear a faint cry of "Come on, Praggy." Niagara clinging on to hope. But 16 runs in a target of 90. 16 runs in the first over. York batsman looking very confident as Praggy adjusts his feel. Praggy into Patan. Delivers short. Patan goes back over the bowler's head. 4 runs. No doubt about that one. Smacked right back over the bowler's head as he advanced on the bowler. 4 runs. It was 4 the moment he left the bat. No one moved. The Niagara crowd is very silent as York is taking the fight to them right away. Ryan is striking at 275. Ravindu at 266. Once again, Praggy into Ryan. Praggy delivers, and Ryan waits for it, cuts it over covers. No one moves again. 4 runs. It's just to go retrieve the ball. Looking very comfortable at this point. Batsman is showing a lot of composure here. Niagara is in trouble. Niagara is definitely in trouble here. Ryan is aggressively chasing down this target, advances and swings hard up in the air, chance of a catch, and he takes it. He takes it, miscues, hits straight up in the air, and Niagara got a breakthrough just when it looked like Ryan was going to take the game away. He miscued, hit it straight up in the air, and Niagara has a wicket. Niagara has gotten their first wicket. Ryan looked like he was in a hurry to end the game and miscued and hit it straight up in the air. Even though Niagara got that wicket, York has made a quick start and chasing the target of 90. You can see that they're confidently going about their business. Our birds can at the crease. Praggy and delivers down the leg side. He tucks it away for a single. Nobody in that vacant pot, and Praggy just drifted on the leg and just tucked away. Bring Ravindu on strike. Praggy into Ravindu. Not out. Some excitement there from the players. Praggy delivers. Big swing, no one down there. It's gonna race away for four. Fielder give chase. No chance. 4 runs. 4 runs. York well on their way. York 29 for 1, chasing 90 runs. We have a change of bowling from the commentary end. New bowlers Aditya. Batman facing is Abrash Khan. Aditya in delivers, driven back over his head safely for a single. My apologies. Abrash facing 4 defensive, no runs. Once again, my technical support has abandoned the boot, so I'm on my own to check the stats and keep focus on the players. Seems like we have a bit of a scorecard error here. Abrash swings and miss outside the off stump, no runs. Aditya delivers and he swipes it just past the fielder. Should go for four. It's a fast outfield. Once you make full contact, it's guaranteed four. York intends to finish this game before the rain, and it's at current rate, it seems like they will do just that. I appreciate the expertise of the audience chipping in to let me know when there's an error, as I am alone in the booth. Thank you always for letting me know misidentifying the batsman there. Left-hander is Ravindu. Aditya Hope Niagara hopes lies on his shoulders. Here he's in, delivers forward defensive off the outside edge of the bat, down towards point, picks up a single, brings the end of the over. York is at 35, chasing 90 runs, so they're well on their way. The loss of one wicket so far. Pragi is on the ball. Pragi is generally a very economical bowler, but the York batsmen are showing a lot of confidence and are playing their stroke, both striking at over 150. Ravindu to face Pragi. Pragi delivers, beaten outside the off stump for a defensive prod, but no contact with the ball. Niagara is showing a little bit of excitement, but there was no contact with the bat there. Niagara fielder is starting to show a little bit of confidence, some chit chatter on the field. Here comes Pragi to Ravindu, delivers down the pitch and he drive, beats the fielder. The man from deep gives chase, trying to cut off the boundary. He manages to pull it up, not before to go for two. Ravindu taking his chances, advancing to the bowler, stroked it beautifully past the cover fielder, cut off by the man in the deep. Here comes Pragi, delivers, and he pulls him across to mid wicket, picks up a single. Fielder puts in a dive, good fielding. Looks like the young Sharma out there saved the second run. The weather forecast is calling for rain at 7. Don't think it will come into play here, as York is keeping up a good rate of batting. Pragi to Abash. Pragi delivers, swings hard. There's no one deep. It will go away. Sorry, it's cut off at the boundary. Young Sharma again. Didn't hit it as solid as it looked. Praga's into Abash. Back to the bowler. It's a bum ball. It's, stifled the appeal, but ball hit the pitch there. Pragi delivers. Push through mid wicket. And the call for a run out chance here. Fielder make the batsman make it back to his spot. The batsman slipped on the attempted run, sent his partner back, made it back safely. We're coming to you from Niagara Falls, Ontario. Is the finals of the Niagara Cricket Festival, one of the first T20 tournament of the year due to the COVID restrictions. And this is the final on the Civic Holiday Monday. Niagara only managed to put 90 runs on the board, trying to defend again against York, but York is well on their way. Ravindu currently batting at 16 and 11 balls. Have to face Aditya. Aditya adjusts his feel. Call of Shabash Adi. Niagara is hoping. Here comes Adi to Ravindu. Advances down, strokes on the pad, stifle appeal for LBW, but he's well down the crease. Umpire didn't even bother with giving a response to that. Ravindu showing a lot of intent here. Not playing a passive inning by any means. Aditya to Ravindu, forward defensive. Another appeal for LBW, but he's way down the crease again. Umpire not interested. Leg by single signaled. Aditya has seemed to put a little bit of a halt to the scoring here of York. Here he is, the Khan. Delivers. Short ball on the hip, tucked away. Oh, there's a chance for a run out here, but a fielder misfield. The batsman hit it straight to the fielder and took off, but he misfield, and they went through for the single. Niagara have to take these half chances. There are not a lot of runs to work with. Their only chance of winning this game is to pick up wickets. And so far, they've only managed to get one of them. Aditya to Ravindu. Forward defensive. No one in close, so they take a single. York calmly rotating the strike. That's all you need to do in this game. The crowd is saying they're batting too slow. That's not the case, but people want to see action. That's why we come to T20 cricket. Aditya to Khan. Short, and he pulls him away. No one to stop that. 4 runs. It was a loose delivery, and he comfortably put it away. Chasing 91 to win. York is well on their way. And DJ Khan delivers, played back to the bowler calmly. End of the over. This is the first tournament of the year as the season gets ready to kick off next weekend. We will see the start of the HDCL 40 over competition. We have a lot of cricketers who are eager to play, and a lot of restrictions are also in place that has to be followed by all teams involved. Cricket Council of Ontario has given sent down a lot of playing guidelines that all the leagues are following to keep everyone safe. Umpires on the field to enforce those restrictions. Some of the stuff that the players are used to, they can no longer do. They can no longer use saliva on the ball. The players have to get used to some of the restriction. Driven past the bowler here, picks up a single. The bowlers cannot give the umpires their caps anymore to avoid any sort of spreading of germs. So there's some adjustment that will have to be made all the way around as we get used to the new restrictions. Progress into Khan. Delivers. Tuck to mid on. Sorry, tuck to mid wicket. Scampers through for a single. Misfield again by the fielder. Niagara is just not as sharp as they need to be in the field. They're getting chances, but they're not taking them. Ravinda to face Pragash. He delivers short ball and he cuts it away. It's cut off. No runs there. Throws it back to the bowler. The dark clouds are rolling in very quickly here. Can York finish this game before the rain comes in? Pragash into Ravindu. Delivers pitched up. Forward defensive back to the bowler. No runs. Batsman is playing it very safe here. The scoring has slowed down, but the rate is good enough to take them to the end. Pragash in, drops it short, played back to the bowler calmly. Good recovery from Pragash here. His first over was a bit expensive, but he's making a comeback here. Pragash in, delivers forward defensive again, calls for a single. Once again, it's another chance, but the fielder couldn't gather in time to throw it in. They managed to get through for a single. Good running between the wickets here. York is inching their way up to the target of 90. Current score is 43 for 1 after 4.4 over or 5 over, sorry. 43 for 1. 43 for 1 here, chasing 90. 91 to win. Aditya on the ball again. Ravindu Gunasekara facing. On the leg side, tucked away. Backward of square, picks up a single. They're just tucking it around here, picking up the singles. Not taking a lot of risk here, just picking up the singles. We're still in the power play, but they're not going for the big shots. Aditya in to Khan delivers. And he goes big. No one is going to stop that. 6 runs. Spectator catch. 6 runs. Well struck. Well struck for 6. Aditya is trying. That was cleanly struck over mid wicket for 6. As someone shouted, there's only 32 runs left. Shout of catch, but there's no chance here. 4 runs. 4 runs. Abhay gives chase, but there was no chance for him there. Firmly struck through covers for 4. As York has started a countdown, 28 runs left. 28 runs left. He's in. Dabs through point. Picks up a single. And the crowd is now counting every run as they start the countdown. 27 runs left. Ruvinder on strike. Niagara Cricket Club that was not expected to make it to the final, but here they are trying to put up a fight against a very powerful York team. York team is studded with national players, and Niagara's trying to put up a fight, but so far it's been all York. Ravindu Gunasakara at the crease as he surveyed the field. Aditya to Ravindu delivers, advance and just tucks it to backward of square, picks up a single. Picks up a single, and Niagara has no answer for York. Aditya into Khan. Delivers, and Khan tucks it back past the bowler. A misfield, and they pick up a single. As the crowd says, only 25 to go. I can see Mr. Tan Qureshi pacing the sideline as his team is staring at defeat. He's nervously pacing the sideline, has long abandoned the scoring booth. The commentary booth is a quiet place right now because the Niagara supporters are crestfallen as it's all York here. It's all York here. Change of bowling. It's a mystery why it took so long for Niagara to bring on their most successful bowler. Abhay was the most successful bowler in the previous game, but he's coming on late. They're already within 27 runs of the target. Not room, 25 runs out of the target. Not much room for Abhay here. They waited a long time to bring him on the bowling. Can he do something for Niagara? Abhay in delivers short on his cutaway. There's a man underneath to cut it off. Bobbles it, goes, but he stuck to the one run. Misfield in the deep. A lot of misfield from Niagara here. Batsman is calling for a helmet. It only tells me he's intending to go for some big hits because it's a slow leg spin bowler. And the only explanation I have for the call for the helmet is he intend to go for some shots and doesn't want to take any chances. He's been batting without the helmet for a while, but he's suddenly called for his helmet. With the game close to the end and the clouds rolling in, he might be eager to try and finish off early before the game gets interrupted by rain. The clouds are moving in quickly here. You can hear the crowd telling them the rain is coming. Ravinda called for the helmet, facing the leg spin of Abhay. He surveys the outfield, physically counting the fielders. Abhay into Ravinda, and he plays the scoop shot. That explains the helmet. Cheeky shot here. He gets 2 runs for it. Cheeky shot here. Little dill scoop to pick up 2. York trying to finish the game before it starts raining. Wants a clean win. Doesn't want the game interrupted by the rain. Abhay into Ravinda. Delivers short and he pulls it hard. Beats the fielder at mid wicket. But as the man in the deep cuts it off, holds it to a single. Rain is imminent here, folks. Can York finish this game before the rain comes in? As I see 10 trying to organize the presentation table, hoping to get the proceedings done before it rains. And York is trying to assist him, even though it's against Niagara. They're trying to bring an end to this game. Abhay is in their way right now. Abhay into Khan delivers short and he pulls that Missed time, but it gets it down to fine. There's no one here. Moogies give chase as they take off for second run. Was a short ball from Abhay here, but Khan couldn't make contact. But in the end, Tickle just managed to get two runs here. York is well on their way. Only lost one wicket. Abhay into Khan. And Khan advanced. Missed time. No runs. Abhay is trying hard, but I think it's a little too late. He came on late in the innings here. I don't see how he can change the course of this game. Niagara is trying, but I think it's a bit too late for them here. The online scorecard seem to be frozen. My apologies here. Scorers, please update the scorecard. The York bench is screaming only 21 left. As Niagara is trying a different bowler again. Is a young bowler here, 16-year-old leg spinner, Karev Sharma. He's a very confident player for a 16-year-old. He's up against a national batsman. What can he do in here? As York starts playing Bravo champion song here. It's not quite there yet, but they're already celebrating. Sharma into Ravindu. Ravindu pause and dabs it down to point. Picks up a single. As the sound system start pumping champion. York is sensing that they're the champions here. Sharma is trying his best. 20 runs left. Sharma into Khan. And Khan goes hard. And the man is calling catch. He got it. He's got it. Khan trying to finish it. Hold out to a bay in the deep. York has lost their second wicket. Might be a little too late for Niagara still. Sharma into Ravindu. Delivers. Cuts it away. There's no one there. Calls for two. Held to one by the fielder in the deep. Sharma is trying to claw their way back here. New batsman at the crease. It's Dijrat. Sharma in bowls. Pitched up, driven powerful past the covers. Picks up a single. Sharma to Ravindu. Delivers forward defensive, no runs. Young Sharma is holding his own here against some national level players. He's a confident young man, bright future in cricket here. Ravindu looking to finish this game, but Sharma is not giving him another opportunity. Sharma into Ravindu, delivers. Ravindu looks at it carefully and slashes away through covers. Fielder puts in the dive, cuts it off at the boundary, held him to a single. Niagara is trying to defend the Niagara Cricket Festival championship here, but it's not looking good for them as Abhay adjusts his field. Bowling to Ravindu. Ravindu has been there most of the innings. Here comes Abhay, delivers outside the off stump, swing and a miss. Abhay in, delivers for defensive, beat the keeper, beat the batsman. Goes for two. Think it will be two buys. Buy signal by the umpire. And Niagara cannot get a break here today. Abhay in, delivers, driven to past mid off. Easy single. Niagara is not getting a break here at all today. It's all York. Once again, played to mid wicket. This time collected by the fielder. Unnecessary shy of the stump. Well backed up. The in delivers. Played down the pitch. No runs. Abir is still bowling with a lot of passion. He hasn't given up, but it's a little too late. Here he comes. Delivers. Driven past the bowler. There's a man in the deep to cut it off. Only a single, but that's all they need. That's all he needs. It's only 16 runs this set to go. You're not chasing a big target here. Sharma is back on the bowling. And he goes big. There's a man on the fence. And he takes it. He takes it. He takes it on the fence. York trying to finish the game. Went big. Well caught on the fence. Sharma has picked up his second wicket. The youngster is holding his own. As I say, he's a 16-year-old bowler, but he's shown a lot of composure here. He had a 5 wicket haul in the previous yesterday's game, or I should say, game earlier Friday, I believe it was. York trying to finish off the game. It's a very dim lighting condition here, but both spinners on. Nikhil Dutton is the new batsman at the crease, another national player. We have two national players and a 16-year-old, relatively new player. Probably bowling against national players here. Here comes, he's holding his own. He delivers for defensive. They go through for a single in as the ball goes to the cover fielder. You can tell the composure of this bowler as a 16-year-old. Maybe he doesn't realize that he's bowling to national batsmen here, but he's not. He's not flustered at least. He's picked up 2 wickets, and here he goes, bowls to Gunsticker, and he's driven to covers, driven to mid wicket. Sorry, picks up a single. Sharma adjusts his field, delivers left alone outside the off stump, collected by the keeper. Sharma in, delivers, cuts through covers, picks up a single. York inching the way up to the target here. Rundu and strike. Sharma in, delivers down the leg side, umpire single wide. Well collected by the keeper. Sharma is getting the turn, but he doesn't have a lot of runs to work with. He's picked up 2 wickets. Here comes Sharma. Delivers to Ravindu. And goes big, outside edge. There's no one there. Picks up a single. It's an impressive young player, Sharma. He's managed to keep Ravindu under, kept him under control there. And you keep in mind, as a 16 years old, up and coming player, showing that kind of composure against national quality players. And Swami back on the bowling. It's a bit of a break as the bowler is adjusting the lace of the non-striking batsman. Here comes in Swami, delivers and dab through covers, picks up a single. Chand, there's 11 more to go. You're not seeing any big hits right now. Just picking up the singles. York playing it safe, trying to make sure they have this victory. It's a championship game. Abhay delivers. The callers no, but it's a misfield. Picks up a single. York is inching their way here, inching their way to the title. Niagara has tried, but they didn't have the answer today. Playing against a very powerful York team, star-studded York team, against the host team Niagara. We're in Niagara Falls, Ontario. Here comes Abhay and delivers. Played back past the bowler, easy single as they walk the single. Target now is down to single digits, and the home fans are very quiet here as Answami comes in, delivers, and he's driven through covers. Fielder gives chase, trying to cut it off. Doesn't cut it off. It goes for four. It's been the first boundary in a while. We're at the end here of this game. York has been in control all along. Here comes Ansami, delivers. And he sings again, miss hit. Sent back by the non-striker. Inside edge to backward, backward square. Try to get a single, but was sent back by the non-striker here. Abhay into Dutter, delivers. Hits to work back to the bowler. Well fielded by Abhay off his own bowling. Niagara is very quiet on the field now. They know the odds are in there against them. Slim to none. As York has intelligently chased this target. The young Sharma is coming to bowl what could be the last over. He's facing batsman facing a Ravinda, trying to finish the game here. He's batted through the innings. Here comes Sharma to Ravindu. Tossed up. And he's hitting firm for four. 4 runs. So it was a full pitch delivery. 4 runs. Full pitch delivery. Hitting away for four. And the umpire signaled that that is the game with that four. He sealed the victory with a 4 run. It's the end of the game here. York is the champions as they took care of the host team. 90 runs was just to not enough of a target to prevent York from chasing it down. Thank you for joining us. We're going to do a bit of a presentation ceremony after a few minutes. Right now, we will take a break. Join us again for the presentation. Thank you.